What's up, everybody? Thank you for being here. I'm doing a collective reading. I was just called to do it. I don't typically do collective readings, but we will see what comes through. First card out, High Priestess. Let's see what else we get. I am in the Blue Ridge Mountains right now, so I'm not in my typical space, but I've been getting a lot of downloads. Four of Swords. Just through traveling to different places. I've been traveling all month, which has been great, but it has definitely knocked me off of my routine, which is why I haven't really been uploading videos, but I felt really called to do this reading. So we will see what else comes out. The Fool. Let's get a couple more. The King of Swords. I feel like recently you may have retreated away from something or someone or somewhere, and it was solely based off of your intuition telling you to remove yourself from something. Could really be anything. It's not giving me a clear answer yet on whether it's from a person or something else. But that's not really the point. The point is you followed a feeling that was telling you that if you do not retreat from someone or something, it's going to make you either physically or energetically sick, or it already was. And so with this blind faith, I feel like you stepped into a completely new chapter. What I'm getting also is like a new plot. It's like these quick shifts that kind of put you in an entirely new story where there's different characters and different settings, and you're just kind of waking up in it like, whoa, how did I get here? But it seems to be all for your benefit. The Fool doesn't really care how their actions look to others. The Fool is often labeled crazy or impulsive, but you have such a strong relationship with your intuition, and so you don't really care. And actually your intuition is spot on. Having the the Knight of Swords here, it's like you have a lot of clarity of mind, and you know exactly what you're doing, and it's all for self. It's all very personal. It's all about your self-preservation and your self-growth, because something or someone was not serving you. With the Five of Swords, it's this feeling of defeat, but also really a feeling of not even wanting to fight for something anymore, and actually finally feeling like you can just walk away from it, even unresolved. Like, you know how sometimes we want to stay in a situation because we want to get our point across, we want to have resolve, we want our point to be seen. I don't feel like you feel that anymore. Like, you really don't care if your actions or your mind or your heart is understood, because you understand it, and you're gaining such a strong relationship with yourself and your intuition. And so that's all that is going to matter to you with this. The Devil. This is definitely surrounding something that you once held on to very tightly, and it was almost like extremely imperative that it would work out in this very specific way. So this could have been a little jolting for you to kind of give that up. Wow. All the cards. So it's like you know, the universe tests our attachment to things and to people. And sometimes we feel like we're only going to be happy if this one thing goes in this one specific way, or this relationship happens exactly the way you want it, or whatever else. And having that attachment can be very unhealthy. And so I feel like you're kind of coming out of this very almost tough or harsh lesson that was not what was meant to transpire, or it wasn't in your highest good, the Hierophant. And something, oh my gosh, if you are being led by synchronicities that are just so in your face that you cannot ignore them, it means, I mean, that's just these confirmations that come through on an earthly plane that come from source guiding you. They're signs, they're symbols, they're like road signs. Synchronicities are road signs. They're telling you that you are following your intuitive map correctly and you are going in the right direction. So if you're seeing these synchronicities, and they're not little things like seeing you know, a time on a clock. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about these undeniable synchronicities that just seem so loud and in your face. You're gonna know, and I have a feeling you're experiencing that on a pretty significant level. Three of Pentacles. So now I think you're kind of post releasing this attachment, or you're in the process of it, but you have made the decision to release it. And then the flow comes in. Three of Pentacles, that's a flow. That is something that just works together harmoniously. So you're finding harmony now after some, I mean, it doesn't even look too chaotic by any means, but with the Four of Swords, that is a retreating and sort of healing and sort of having to really sink into. These cards are new, and so they're slipping out of my hands. It's really deepening into a feeling that could have been a little uncomfortable at first. But you had such a, what really keeps coming through is this very, very strong and confident sense of your intuition, and really letting it pull you, and not requiring logic in all of this. Even though you see the logic actually, it makes sense to you. Like all of this is like, no, this makes sense. This is exactly where I'm supposed to go. Like this makes sense, but it's not going to on the outside, at least not at first. But the Hierophant is always a card that tells me that, I mean, you have to believe in some higher power if you're watching this video, but you are being guided by whatever that higher power is towards something, Ten of Pentacles, that actually does bring fulfillment. And what came through very strongly just now is it actually makes you feel safe. And I think whatever relationship or situation that you just removed yourself from, kind of like abruptly and without reasoning for the other party, it was just not making you feel safe. Four of Pentacles. So another lesson here too, though, which of course, I love the way the spread looks, and I wish I could, I actually can show you at the end, but the Four of Swords, the Devil, and the Four of Pentacles are all in the same line. And those are pretty prominent cards that are kind of telling me the same thing. And it has to do with attachment. And when you hold so tightly onto something that isn't actually even fulfilling you, when you really dig in and you really are honest with yourself about it, it's going to block you. So these cards being here all in a row, they're telling me that you are aware of this attachment, but you haven't quite fully removed yourself yet. So this is a process that you're going through. You aren't all the way on the other side yet. Oh, of course, you're on the bridge. So the bridge has been a big theme for me. I was just in Costa Rica. Now I'm in the Blue Ridge Mountains. And I have been seeing bridges everywhere. And one of the first words I learned in Spanish that I didn't already know when I was in Costa Rica was bridge. And after I learned that word, everywhere I went, there was a bridge. And then I just flew in here yesterday and I'm walking around the grounds and I see a bridge. And so that just came through very strongly for me. You have gotten yourself on the bridge, which was huge, because you could have been a little questionable about whether this bridge was whether you could trust this bridge. Was it going to hold you up? Was it going to get you to the other side? Well, it is, but you're still walking on it right now in this moment is what I feel. And I think because I felt strongly to do this reading is because I think a lot of us out here are wondering, should I turn back and go back to the other side? Is this bridge really going to fully take me to the other side? Well, it is. And I do not suggest turning around and going back to a person or a situation or a place or a home or whatever it is. I suggest you keep walking and get to the other side, because what is on the other side is it's exactly what you've been wanting. It's exactly what you have been hoping would come to you. You just didn't know. It was like you were searching for a feeling of fulfillment, but you didn't have the details really. Like, you didn't know what it was or who it was that was going to give you this fulfilling feeling. But I think you're starting to see it. It's starting to come to you. Ace of Pentacles. There it is. It's going to be clearly presented in front of you. The person, the place, the thing, the home, the job. As you cross this bridge, and as you know, the universe always gives us a gift for being brave. Always, especially when the bravery is based on your intuition and your desire to be happy. The universe always gifts you something for that. So that gift is going to come clear to you very soon. Just keep walking over the bridge and do not look back. There's the sun. Thank you. That is what we needed. And that was the last card too in the spread. In the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords. Be very careful of your thoughts. You know, there are fears here. I can feel that. Like I said, as you're walking over this bridge, you're really asking yourself, like, is this taking me where I need to go? It is. So keep that faith. Don't question your intuition. You have the strongest relationship with your intuition right now. It's absolutely beautiful, and do not question it. I think there is some of that coming through. Keep walking, keep crossing the bridge. What is waiting for you on the other side is bigger and better than you could have ever possibly imagined. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for being here. I will put out some more readings soon that are more signed to or assigned to the signs. I just wanted to do this collective reading for you all, and I hope you have a great day.